All right. Well, where's my studio, man?
Yeah.
I'm missing my studio on welcome in here. It's coming shortly. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Welcome to Football and the Kitchen Sink. Get ready for in-depth conversation from the world of high school, college, and pro football. Plus some insight about the rest of the world. All this, along with some fun and humor along the way. Pull up a chair, grab a coffee or a beer, and join us. It's Football and the Kitchen Sink. Here are your hosts, Coach Schuman and Coach Depascale.
Yes,
All right.
that would be us. A little hiatus because Coach D was busy on the snow trail.
Sorry, man. Chasing the white gold. What can I say?
Busy on the snow trail, you know.
Got to listen to a lot of sports radio, though. I'll tell you, 48 hours, 48 hours straight in a truck will definitely, listen. You get you caught up on the sports world. I'll tell you that much. So,
what's the Super Bowl conversation?
Everybody wants the Bucs to win, but thinks that Kansas City is going to. You know what I mean? Everybody's heart is with Tom Brady, wanting him to continue to do whatever. And but it seems to me like most people are thinking about, the Chiefs ultimately coming with the victory. So who knows? I think it's time will tell.
Well, the tale of the tape between Kansas City and Tampa. Let's go position by position. What do you think? I mean, who is? Let's see. Let me see what we got here. See if anyone's done a tale of the tape out of curiosity. Tale of the tape.
What are we on Thursday? What is this, Thursday? So I'm sure somebody has to have done one by now. No.
Try to see if there's a tale of the tape done, and I don't know. Let me see. All right, let's see. I think I got something here. All right, here we go. You want me to pull it up for you? I found one.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
All right. Let's share it. Oh, now I could share a video file directly.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's going to open up a whole new world. And then I'll make sure we promote the receiver arch,
That's it.
Because we got business. Even though a lot of people would rather everyone just be a communist regime where no one makes money, but that's not gonna happen here. Not as long as I'm alive. Not as long as I'm alive. All right, here we go. I'll fight to the death for capitalism. Not crony capitalism, not maneuver capitalism, but capitalism.
Fired up today, boy. Fired up today.
Your iPhone, it was made by a private company. Your computer was made by a private company. Your watch was made by a private company. Your clothes on your back was made not by the government. You guessed it, a private company. Your food was put together by a farm, more than likely owned by a farmer who has his own business, which is a private company. Good golly. Wow, this is a new look. Is this how it looks all the time with our screen, or is this just the screen smaller?
I think it's just because you have this screen pulled up.
Okay, let me zoom in here a little bit. Tell me if this makes it better. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right. Quarterback. Mahomes. By the way,
you're just gonna start with the big one right away and just go right from there.
Yeah. Right from the bed. I want to know right away. So before I go into this, I saw a cool video. It was a girl that went to high school with Mahomes.
Oh my God.
What was it? Oh, and he gave her a the video was he gave her, I'd have to look to find it, so I'm not going to bother, but he gave her I don't remember what it was he wrote, like a piece of paper or something like that, and he's like, you might want to, like, signed it, and he said you might want to save that, for one day. And she said, who knew he was going to be a pro? And she posted a bunch of, like, pictures with him in high school. They were friends, I guess.
That's cool.
Who knew he was going to actually become famous? She's like, I'd like to have that paper back now. Anyway.
She married him.
Yeah, she should have married him. Yeah, that's right. She wasn't quick enough on the trigger there.
On the trigger.
So let's see. And he had short hair in the pictures. It was interesting because he didn't have like the
he didn't have like the full flow going.
Flow.
Speaking of hair, did you see what almost happened to them? Did you hear that report?
To who?
The Chiefs?
No.
Oh, so there was like 20 something of them scheduled to get their hair cut. The actual starting center was in the chair. The barber, his test came back positive. They ripped the guy out of the chair, and they've all been tested and they were cleared, but that happened Sunday. 20 Kansas City Chiefs were scheduled to get their hair cut by this guy, and Mahomes was one of them. So talking about a close call. Can you imagine that?
Did they all get tested?
And they were all negative or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they were all set. Like it was like closest of close calls. But like, what do you like? What really? You're gonna let a barber in the building? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, for these 2 weeks, I would have taken the entire team and put them in a bubble. Like, here's what's going on, dude. Like, we're here. We've come this far. We're not about to lose all this because one of you guys wants to be stupid the next 2 weeks. You're staying in this hotel. This is what we're doing. And then, it's 2 weeks, man. Families can suck it up.
Why didn't they bring a barber in that they had tested?
Why is the barber already cutting hair before his test comes back?
Correct. Could they not have waited a day?
Exactly.
Well, they got lucky. Or maybe they didn't get lucky, and the NFL was like, hey, man, we need all our stars. And
be like, yeah, wow, could you imagine the money we're going to lose if all of a sudden this happens? Like, yes. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. So I'm back in a good mood now. All right, Brady versus Mahomes. Give it to me. All right, well, let's go through some of the stats here. I guess that'll make it more interesting. In playoff games, Mahomes is 73%. Can you see this, or I don't know if you can?
The thing is, can you even really compare? Like, you're comparing to Tom Brady in the playoffs. Like, it's just hard to even look at it when you want to look at stats. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the score has an advantage Chiefs. What do you say?
I mean, this is tough no matter what. Skill-wise, if you're talking skills, Mahomes. If you're talking intangibles and lore, you're talking Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
Mahomes has intangibles too now.
Yeah, but just enough. He's got them, but just not, and it's not documented enough for me yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. The last game, I didn't think.
I don't think Mahomes played well last game.
Was that I wasn't overwhelmed. They both have great weapons.
Their supporting casts are both ridiculous.
I'm gonna. So you're gonna say advantage Bucks.
Yeah.
On this, I'm gonna agree with you. Even though I kind of think of this as, you know what? I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna say that this is split. This is even.
I was gonna go, but I don't know if we wanted to do that. You
could go even. I mean, it's a chicken shit way to do it, but I did it. So
you kind of have to, though.
I would say that's a pick 'em.
Right, that's a coin toss, man. That really is one of those things. Like, It can go either way.
Running backs.
I like Fournette, bro. I like Fournette.
Edwards-Helaire he was okay.
I like him, but I just think there's so much more running back by committee, I think, with Kansas City. You know what I mean? I just think that there's more of an emphasis on the run game in Tampa Bay, and I think Fournette has really solidified himself in these playoffs. I mean, he's scored in every game, you know.
I think it's pretty clear the Bucs are.
I think he's a bigger back, you know what I mean? Which I think, especially because I hear there's a chance of some rain issues on Super Bowl Sunday. I just think it's like I said, I think it's going to be. I think that might play a factor, a little weather action, and if it does, the run game's going to matter. And I think Fournette being a bigger back, I think he'll be able to do it.
Well, I just think the Bucs have more backs that are at this point are currently better in Fournette and Jones. I think in a running game, they're much more effective right now, especially the way they use them. But
KC's got Helaire, they got some dudes, but
they used Williams and
a lot.
They didn't use Bell is not used.
No, Bell is nothing.
I don't know why they list him as number 2. It's Williams and Bell. Williams is pretty good. Helaire is like
Helaire is he's your scat guy.
Yeah, it depends on the team how they use.
Exactly how they're going to use him. What is his flavor of the week? Kind of how it is.
Well, so all right. So I say I agree. Advantage definitely. We got a comment here.
Playbook TV.
Yeah. Kenny Miller. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Mike. I saw you on there last night. It was great. Great. I guess the playbook. What would you call it? A podcast? I don't know if it was a podcast per se, but it was a great.
Credit. It's got a bold pick. Tampa by 6.
So,
I snuck that in at the bottom. Tampa by 6.
Who snuck that? Oh, Tampa by 6. I did see that. Yeah, nice. Okay. Wow. Bold.
Very bold.
I like it, though. I like it. So I think running back, I agree with you. That's Buccaneers. Receivers, this is tough. And I want to hear your take, but I'll go first on this. I just think that Hill and Kelsey are so dominant that as good as the combination of the combination of Bucs guys are all big name guys who can do a lot of things.
Right.
I just think the two guys are so explosive, and they have other guys that are close.
Right. They're right there
to the supporting cast. I just think the receiving core of the Chiefs is more explosive.
I get you.
But so I'm giving the advantage Chiefs there. I don't know how you contain those two. I think that's the most.
Are we including tight ends with these?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go Bucs just because I think
Mike Evans.
I like Mike Evans. I like Mike Evans a lot, but he's not the guy that does it for me.
Who does it for you? Scotty Miller, Brady.
I love the role that Scotty Miller has. I think
he catches one ball a game though.
If AB's held, he only caught one ball a game because of AB. If AB is back fully, Scotty Miller might not catch anything. You know what I mean? I think Goodwin is a beast. I think he's going to be the X factor in this game, and I think Gronk is going to have a big game. I think Gronk scores a touchdown. I think he has a couple catches, more so than what he's done at all so far in the playoffs. I think it's going to be a coming out party for him. I think Brady's going to look to him more so, just in a spotlight game like this. I totally agree with you in the explosiveness coming from Hill. I think that's something that's unprecedented. And I think Kelsey with a huge game, last week, or 2 weeks ago, whenever they played, I think it is a big factor too. But I just have to go with the Bucs overall coming into this game, and I think it's just they might not have the amount of explosive plays that Kansas City's going to have, But I think ultimately they're going to make more plays than Kansas City will. So
interesting. That's a bold prediction, I think. I just think that with Tyreek Hill and
he's look, his speed is enamoring. You know what I mean? Like you can get lost in that. But I think defensively, I don't think Kansas City's seen a defense of this caliber in a long time either. I think Bowles is going to have a lot of things dialed up for these guys. I think, I do think Mahomes is going to throw at least one pick. I do think that they're going to throw some stuff at him. That's going to be an issue. I do think them being down an offensive lineman and having to reshuffle their offensive line with Fisher not being able to play, I think is going to be somewhat of a factor for the Chiefs, moving guys from guard to tackle and tackle to this side and all that.
Do you think the X factor of defensive coordinator from the Chiefs, who was the Brady killer during the Giants era, do you think that plays a role?
Think that plays anything. I don't think that is.
You think that no?
No, I don't even think that he had any. I don't think he had anything. I don't think he had anything to do with Tom Brady.
You think it was those defensive ends? You think it was those defensive ends that were so dominant at the time?
And I think it was just a matter of Eli Manning making amazing plays when he had to. Whether it was his throw across the middle to Tyree or whether it was his throw to Manningham, you know what I mean? Like he just made big plays when they needed to be made.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool.
I think that totally, overshadows, what the Giants did on the defensive side of the ball. You can come up with any scheme you want to, and Spags is a good dude, but I don't think ultimately he's the factor and he's the quote Brady killer. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't exactly working with nothing on his defensive side of the ball either.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I think just sharing our videos while we go through it. Yeah, I agree with you. But I think it does. He does have a formula. It's whether his their guys can execute.
My thing is, if that's the formula, why wouldn't more people have done it? You know what I mean? Like
Rex Ryan did. Rex Ryan used to do it.
To me, it would have been a bigger. It would have been more. You know what I mean?
More of a story.
Yes. If people really felt that way and thought that, it would be way more of a story, especially going into this week. You know what I mean? Like, here, all right, this is the Brady guy,
Right. All right, the line. You said who's missing on the offensive line here?
Fisher.
Okay. Eric Fisher from Central Michigan for #1 draft pick many years
Correct.
ago. Wow.
So what they did was they then went and shuffled their line. So wherever he came out of, somebody that was starting on the line is now going to take his spot. Somebody else is going here. You know what I mean?
So he plays left tackle. So that means the left tackle is somebody new.
Right.
Okay. So I think so from the offensive line standpoint,
without that loss having happened, I give the edge to Kansas City right away.
Yeah, I would say the line.
But because of that loss, I got to go with the Bucs for the O-line as well.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm thinking
Allegretta's been dominant. Reeder's been dominant. Wiley's been dominant. For the Bucs, Marpet's a beast. Jensen's an animal and a half. Wirfs is very good.
Before we get going, how do we get? What's the color the Bucs wear? What is it? Pewter.
The Bucs.
What's that grayish that they wear? What's it called? Pewter.
Oh, you said pewter?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, pewter's a gray. Yeah.
How do we get those as game pants?
Pewter.
Sweet.
I don't know.
People were hoping that they were going to wear their uniforms like they wore when they won it the last time, but they're sticking with what they've worn and won every round of the playoffs so far. And there will be no firing of cannons during the game.
Why is that?
Because that's more of a home field advantage for Tampa Bay. And because this is supposed to be a Super Bowl, not Tampa Bay's home field, they will not be firing the cannons.
Interesting.
Very.
They're not firing the cannons this year.
Check out the comments.
Yeah, I know. I saw Wilbur Gilliard. Coach Schuman, which running back on these Super Bowl teams? I'm trying to comment on my phone so I don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Back and forth. We just need multiple screens.
I know I do have it, but I'm trying to do it without having to all of a sudden it starts playing the video. Oh, I know what I could do. I could just turn down the sound and the video can play. I didn't think about that. Wilbur, who was arguably one of the when I was there, was the best running back at UConn. He was when I was a fullback. He was the tailback, and then I think when I moved over to linebacker, he was still there, the tailback for another year. And I mean, I happened to block for him when he set the school record rushing for 5 touchdowns. Me and Ed Nook, and yeah, 5 touchdowns in a game.
That would jack me up.
5 touchdowns.
Like, I would be all jazzed up as a player.
He was pretty damn good. And you know what's amazing about him being not only was he a great running back, he was unbelievably slow.
Wow, you had to throw that in there. You had to throw that in there.
No, he wasn't unbelievably slow, but he was probably like a 4.7 guy or something. But man, he had vision. He had the ability. He had this like slashing style. That remember I told you that I had a running back that always made you right.
Right.
Yeah, that was block. That's him. That's him, Wilbur. He always made you right when you made a block. So you didn't like.
You never got yelled at.
And back then, and that's right, because Spags was his coach his freshman year. That's right.
Oh, Spags was at
UConn. Yeah, he was the DC, but he was a running back, but he was the DC before I got there.
Wow, that would have been cool to have played for him.
I love Shaq Barrett, by the way, Wilbur. I love Shaq Barrett. And you know how he knew that was coming, the speed. But he literally he 100% was his vision was just exceptional. Like literally, like he'd make cuts.
That's what separates the goods from the greats, man, is the ability to see things without having to see it. You know what I mean? Or set things up and, make that cut off of that block. That's what those are the intangibles, that things that just,
vision was awesome.
Change, man. That's off the chain.
I remember against Richmond in the rain, he ran for some ridiculous, like 250, I think, against Richmond in the rain. And I remember, and he had, I'm sure, a few touchdowns in that game. And I remember he had early on, he was just tearing them up.
Right.
And he was just seeing it so well. He had a huge run. And as he was going into the end zone, one of the guys from Richmond, like the helmet just hit the ball.
Oh,
on a long run, and he fumbled, and everybody was all upset. And I remember I was like talking at our running back coach, was a real good running back coach, this guy Teddy Walton, and I was like, just keep giving him the football. He's unstoppable. Like I just thinking this guy is just like
just keep going, dude.
He's whatever. He's just seeing he's seeing all the creases. Just keep giving him the ball. And we won that game. They did. They gave him a ball a million times in that game. But he had great vision. But all right, so what running back besides the Super Bowl team reminds me of the I would actually say the running back from the Bucs. What's his name? Not Fournette. The quick. The vision wise, Ronald Jones.
Okay.
Ronald Jones. Wilbur. Now, Ronald Jones has got like quicker like feet, but the way he somehow sees the hole, Ronald Jones really sees the hole well. He just gets beat. Ronald Jones has been beat up a lot. And I have to say, I don't know who the leading rusher of all time at UConn history is, but he was at one time, I think, was the leading or would have been. He must be in touchdowns. But he must be in touchdowns or close. But I would have liked to see him play when they had the D1 guys, because Donald Brown, who I think was
right. Yeah, he has most of the records, right?
I think he might have. He was very good too, Donald Brown. He was very good. And they had another guy also play, and Andre. I can't remember Andre's name. He was great too. But he's long after. Oh, we got Chris on the call, of course.
Of course.
He's all caught up on his sleep. That's great to hear.
Yeah, man, I got caught up too. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Sorry. Hey, I had to keep those roads up by you clear, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of movement up in that West Milford area.
Oh man, yeah, that's funny. There's a lot of work to be done. You guys probably did a whole bunch of stuff clearing out my old neighborhood. My old neighborhood up in Roseland.
Remember, I used to do that. That was interesting. Those Avalons. Those are so tough, dude. People really don't understand. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff that goes into it. I mean, it's really just blood money. You know what I mean? It's just a matter. I mean, I don't think it's difficult in any facet. You're just literally pushing white stuff. You know what I mean? But if you don't do it right, it's just.
Let's clarify for the viewers. You're pushing white snow, the stuff, the flaky stuff that's coming.
I'm not from Miami, bro.
You're not in Miami. You're pushing white. You're like gonna push your white stuff. That's gonna. What is that gonna get flagged by YouTube?
You know, and here, look. I feel like I'm so moved. That wasn't even a thought that came across my head when it came out. Like, wow, I'm such a changed man.
The Shermanator is still in the pros. I forgot. I guess he doesn't play quite as much anymore.
What do you mean?
Anthony Sherman, the fullback.
Oh, okay.
He's still
one of these teams has a fullback.
He's been, yeah. I guess KC has Sherman. Sherman's been like an All-Pro like a bazillion times. He played at UConn, but he's been in the league for. He must have been the blocking back for Donald Brown. We're talking a long time.
I mean, I would think so. Yeah.
So. All right, so running backs, we did running backs, receivers, O-line. Oh, so O-line, you said I said because of the injury to Fisher, I have to give it to the Bucs. And I still have gone with the Chiefs on well, the offensive line, I got to stay with. I'm sorry, we're on the line. The line, I agree with you. The Buccaneers have the better line. We'll find out. I agree. I think those. I think Allegretta and Reeder have been. Those inside guys have been holding them down. We'll see if that continues for the Chiefs. But the Bucs, Marpet, Jensen, Wirfs, animals. Okay, and Allegretta, by the way, I think he was when undrafted. Their left guard. He's a center at Illinois.
I mean, listen, how about the story coming from last week on about the Senior Bowl about how the most impressive offensive lineman there was the D3 guy?
How about this? I'll give you this. Yeah, yes, Ali Marpet, and then you're right. The D3 guy in the Senior Bowl. That's where Ali Marpet was D3 too.
And look, and this is what we talk about it all the time. Look, and it's
Wisconsin Whitewater, man.
I'm saying it's cliche, but dude, if you're good, they'll find you
in the NFL.
Like, that's what I'm saying. They'll find you, dude.
Well, you'll get an opportunity.
But if you're that good, you create.
Well, I kind of have this year with COVID. I have a little beef with that. So normally I would say yes, because with all the pro days, but stuff is a little bit restricted. So I don't agree with that.
Oh no, this year you got to be.
I think you're getting. I think
you got to be at a pro day this year, man.
Yeah, but see, the way it works is the NFL is not going to go to every pro day. Like,
hell no, they can't.
So there are some guys, unless
they're
going to
get missed. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's another discussion, which we're going to get to. I'm going to go way in depth on that down the line. D-line.
Not today, because you're too fired up. It'll be all crazy. D-line. I know exactly where you're going.
I'm all Bucks on this.
And me too. I'm 100% Bucks, especially after last week's performance, all the way.
I don't know why they went front seven, so I'm just gonna go D. We'll go D-line first.
What? Who goes front seven? What are we doing here?
I don't know. This is the score. I don't even. I found it. It's my fault. I went there. So I honestly, I hate to tell you this, but defensively, I'm going all Bucks the whole entire way. So D-line.
I'm going Bucks all except for one guy, and I think you know who.
Although they consider Shaq Barrett a linebacker. I don't know, semantics, I guess, on this. So, but I'm still going Bucks all the way, no matter where Chris Jones is good for the Chiefs. Frank Clark is good.
Dude,
Jones is good.
I would do that. Bucks, I'd go D-line. I'd go linebackers. But if we're going to break up the secondary, then I'm going with KC as safeties, man. I like Matthew, and I love Sorensen.
I can't do it, man.
I love Winfield.
My defensive coordinator was Nick Rapone. He's the defensive back coach for the Buccaneers.
There's no way you can do that.
He is the best there is, and now I look. How come you
guys didn't win more games?
They won a ton of games with him.
Yeah, I'm talking
My senior year, we were 500. But the year before, but my junior year, we were.
What was your
won the league? I think we won the league championship my junior year.
So freshman year was what year?
Well, our coach got fired, so my head coach, my first 2 years was different than the last three, and and then in the middle I had to sit out with a back injury, so I didn't play that 1 year.
So you were in school from your first year of college ball was what, 92? Okay, so 92, 93, you sat out 94?
So 92 I redshirted, 93 I was a fullback.
93
I started 3 games. My
94 is when was your back injury?
My sophomore year was 94. I sat out with an injury.
Okay.
Then 95 I played linebacker. So 94 is when Holtz came in. I didn't play. I was hurt that year. 95 I played. 96 I played. It was my senior year. So
what was so 92 your redshirt year, what was the record?
We were 6-5, I think.
Okay, 93.
I'm sorry, 92 was my redshirt year. I don't even know what the record was. I was on the sideline. I wasn't paying attention. I had a hangover, I think.
Okay, so for all of you out there, don't do that your redshirt year.
I did have a hangover, maybe once.
Yeah, okay. You can't cover that out.
No. Well, I started to travel halfway through, so I had to kind of.
All right, so 93, your first year on the field, you were a fullback. What was your record?
We were 6-5 that year.
Okay.
Then
your injury year doesn't count. 95, your line.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Wilbur might know because, I mean, if he's still on, I don't remember what it was.
But then
we weren't good. We weren't good. Holtz's first year.
Weren't or were?
We're not. So
how can you be? It's nobody's.
Yes, but I was out that year, so because I remember. I remember I came to the game. I was in therapy for most of that year. Okay, during practice season. Chris says as long as the Bucks healthies are safety are healthy. Yeah, I agree. So 95 we were 8-3. In 96 I think we were 5-5.
That was your senior year?
I think we were 5-5 or 5-6. I don't remember.
For everybody needs to remember that you guys were FCS back then, so it wasn't like it was either playoffs or bust. It wasn't bowl games.
8-3 though, we didn't make the playoffs because we lost.
Right, because it's a conference thing.
We got shafted. We should have got in, but we lost the last game of the year. We lost to Rhode Island. You know what? I don't think we won I don't know. Or I think we might have been tied for the league championship, but we lost it because we didn't get it because we lost to Rhode Island. Like we had the same, because I think Rhode Island had a 7-4 record, but got in or something weird like that. I don't, that's how it was. Depending on your conference record.
Yeah, it's very political.
No, it wasn't political. It was your.
It's sometimes you can get, I know for us D3, we were always, because we were in the NJAC, you know, every conference in D3 automatic qualifier goes, but because we were a good, you know, the NJAC is such a good conference, we usually got a second team in the playoff.
We did usually, but like, right. So whoever won the league
was automatic bid.
But I think back then they had two sides. It is honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it is so long ago that I'm actually struggling to remember.
Yeah.
No,
I get it.
I'm pretty sure we had two sides of the conference. Like, I don't know. Let's say it was a
right, like an A and B, yeah,
East or West or whatever,
something like that.
And then I think whoever won each side got in. So there was two of them that got in,
right?
And then we were the odd, ended up being the odd team out. We could have got in on an at-large, but they didn't choose us.
Gotcha.
Because, the conference spots are taken up, and then, so we didn't get chosen because I think.
But I mean, if you look at it, if you were a Division I program back then, you guys would have been in 2 bowl games or 3. I mean, you know what I mean? Like every year, if you're 500, you're in a bowl game.
Yeah, we've been probably 3. I don't know. I don't remember. I want to say maybe we were 5 and 6. I don't remember 5 and 6 that last year. Maybe I can't remember. I feel like that last game we were playing for either being 6 and 5 or 5 and 6, and I remember we were.
And then how many?
We were celebrating in the third quarter. We were up by 3 touchdowns. We blew it.
Right.
And I told you that story. So it had to be something like that, that we were super happy because it was like the difference between being like 6 and 5 or 5 and 6, or maybe it was 5 and 5 or 6 and 4. I just don't know.
And how many years was he there after you left? Like when did he get fired from UConn?
When did who get fired?
Holtz.
Holtz didn't get fired from UConn. He went to South Carolina.
He left.
Yeah.
When his dad got that South Carolina job.
He went to the semifinals of the FCS championship, and then I think he left that next year.
He left to go be on his dad's staff?
To be the offensive coordinator with the South Carolina, which was technically a step down, but his father, when he took the job, asked him if he would come.
I'm sure it was a step down, but an up in salary.
Well, Chris said any Prevagen. You're darn right, Chris.
Had too many shots to the head with his neck roll.
Oh, that big neck roll. Oh, that was brutal.
You loved it.
I didn't like the neck roll at all, but
my teams were always big for the they used to love wearing the cowboy collars. You know, the black one that hang out. You know who you remember Dexter Coakley?
Dexter Coakley, yeah. Oh, he was a beast.
He used to wear one.
He was awesome.
Yeah. I'm not talking like Zach Thomas neck roll, like Dexter Coakley was. There's a name blast from the past.
That is a blast from the past. Technically, yeah. So yeah, I'm right. So Skip kind of took a demotion to go there because he came to us. He was the offensive coordinator at Notre Dame when he came to us as the head coach.
Yeah, to me, that's a demotion.
Right, but if you want to be a head coach,
but I'm saying if you're the offensive coordinator at Notre Dame, you're telling me that your best opportunity to be a head coach is at an FCS program? You know what I mean?
Chris. I had the neck roll. Actually, I had the cowboy collar, just like Dexter Coakley. The cowboy collar. I looked huge in it. We got to find a picture of that somewhere.
He said in grammar school.
I was actually anti any of those things until I got to college and started getting my neck blown up. And I was like, is there something that could help me with this?
Listen. I was always I never stuff, you know what I mean? Like, no way. But when we used to play like a triple option team like Springfield, you're damn right I wore high socks with shin guards for how much we got cut blocked.
Chris, I think you wore a neck roll in youth, and I never had a neck roll until I got to college because I was just getting jacked up. At college, I was just like, whoa. I was like, I'm putting something in there, man. I will have a neck.
All right, so
Because the shoulder pads back then,
they're not even, bro.
They were huge, but they didn't protect you.
He said as a corner.
Yeah, he was a corner. It was. They were huge, but they didn't protect you, those pads.
That was the other thing, right? And up until a few years ago,
now they protect that whole area.
It was the same type of thing, you know, like X-Tech pads, when they started doing their thing, you know, and I listened to them back in the day, and they said, look, like helmets were the biggest thing, right? Everybody wanted to upgrade the helmet. But now that the helmet's been taken out of the tackle, the main thing is your shoulders. And technology, as far as shoulder pads were concerned, hadn't been changed for years. So now, I mean, look at this stuff our guys have. I mean, it's like there's nothing even on them, yet they're so much more protected than we were.
So much more protected.
You know what I mean? I just don't understand the fact, like, I mean, to me, that stuff, like, my helmet, you know, think about how much your helmet used to hurt those first couple of days of practice until you broke it in and whatnot.
Right.
I mean, you guys, like, you put these things on today, and it's like, dude, this is amazing.
It is amazing.
It's crazy. Like, those guys don't know what it's like to have a giant red spot or a bruise across your head for the entire week, like just because of you just banging around.
The whole year. I think I still have.
I had a permanent.
Look at my head. I think there's still an imprint of that pad.
I used to have a permanent, like, black and blue where my helmet would just smash down no matter how tight I had every single game, because that's just what it was.
All right, so secondary. Secondary, you're going with the Chiefs. I just I'll tell you who I love. So I love Breland from the Chiefs. I don't think I know enough about the other guys. I obviously Matthew is
Sorensen is the safety.
Elite. Yeah, I saw it. So that's right.
He's more of, like, to be honest, he's like your old school strong safety in my eyes. He comes off the edge a lot. He's usually in the box.
I like the way Matthew plays. He makes big plays. Cool.
And he's always chirping. He talks so much junk. Oh, man.
Troy, is that what as soon as we get done with this, do you want to do that as your so everyone can see you read? Yeah, do you want to do that? Okay, so we're almost done with this part. So okay, you can practice. Practice over there so the sound doesn't come, and then come. I'll tell you when we're ready. Okay, just go over and you practice so you're ready to read. Troy's gonna bless us with his reading from his Bob books for.
Yes.
All right. So special teams. Ooh, this is gonna be a big part of the game now, because there's no doubt that the Chiefs returners are
explosive.
I mean, the edge on the returners is definitely Chiefs.
Yes.
Kicking
wise might be the other way.
I think it's the Bucks. Let's see what it says here. Chiefs special team unquestionably. Bucks are a different story. Ryan Suckup has converted 15 straight attempts since missing a try.
Well, that means he'll blow one in the Super Bowl.
So they say
jinxed them right there.
I would say overall this probably Chiefs, but I do think kicking. I guess maybe Bucks as slight edge, and then coaching. This is interesting.
Andy Reid.
Who's the better coach, Arians or Reid?
I like Arians more because he's a wild card, and I think he's, I just like his demeanor. I just like the way he carries himself. But Andy Reid, man, I mean, the guy loves cheeseburgers. I'm all for that.
Yeah. All right. So let's go through it this way.
I mean, if you want to break it down
offensively. But
I mean,
so let's go head coach first. Edge. I agree. Chiefs.
Right. I think the breakdown now, you're talking coordinators, right? So go O coordinator. Byron Leftwich. Or what's his name? Bieniemy.
I like Bieniemy. Well, Bieniemy is a product of Reid, so I would say I'm going to go with Bieniemy.
Do you know that at one point Tom Brady beat Byron Leftwich when he was a quarterback for the Jaguars and they were in the playoffs?
That's just hilarious.
Hey, I beat you a couple years ago, but now I just am playing against you as a coordinator.
I love
don't know.
Chris. You're dropping knowledge today, Chris. You're dropping knowledge for us with the comments.
I got to go with Bieniemy, even though he is a product of Andy Reid. I just think that his play calling and that type of stuff. I mean, you kind of look at it. Both teams are kind of similar, right? Because you both have head coaches that are offensive-minded coaches that have some. What's the word I'm looking for? They're both involved in the play calling.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the defensive coordinators are kind of like, okay, you guys do your thing, you know? And then you go defensive. So I go with Bieniemy offensively.
Yeah. Okay.
Defense. Bowl or Spags? I mean, I would assume you got to go Spags.
No, I'm going Bulls. I like Bulls.
Bulls because of him or because of his players?
I think he's a good defense coordinator. I think Spags is a good defensive coordinator.
Dex loved him. If that, firsthand. From
Bulls or Spags?
Bulls. He loved Bulls.
Yeah, I think Bulls is a really good defense coordinator. So I'm giving the edge to Bulls on this.
I'm with you on that. I do too. I think he's a great D coordinator. I think he just does a lot of the things. I think he has, he just puts his guys in the right spot, man.
Right.
I think, what they said was you'll know if things are going right for the Bucks defensively if you can see them getting they're pressuring Mahomes. He's on his back. They're going to try and stay with it too high as much as they can to obviously help over the top and whatnot. Like I said, I think Mahomes is throwing a pick 100%. I think he's throwing at least one pick. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen because I think, somebody's going to come off an edge. Somebody's just going to get there before he's ready. And I don't know whether, I don't know. I'd like to see if somebody could consistently get pressure on Mahomes, what he's going to do. I think he's tough, but you know what I mean? It's different when you're getting hit in the mouth for 4 quarters.
My next rant is on the Better Business Bureau. I think they're a scam and a half too.
Get me off the show before you get into it.
Okay. I think they're a scam. I think people pay for their ratings, and I think it's a scam, and I'll never do that.
I don't even know what it is.
It's just a rating system. I'm spat with them because I think it's a scam. Amazon, for example, has 20,500 complaints, has an A+ rating in 5 years. We do not have a good rating. We've had 7 complaints in 17 years, but I've refused to pay. Scam. Okay.
Oh, you as far as NUC?
Yeah. I mean, they don't even know what's going on.
How many complaints?
7 in 17 years. That's nothing. That's one complaint every 2 years.
And you basically, if you were to pay for their services, you would have an A+ rating, but because you don't, they rate you lower?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
Nonsense. Complete
Enough
nonsense. That would be what I call crony capitalism. That's a front organization acting as a nonprofit to make money for themselves and claiming to be capitalist. They're not capitalist. They're capitalist. They'd be for profit, and then they'd be willing to put their what on the line, which they're not. Anyway, that's that. That's my take for that. There's a hot take right there for you. All right. So that's that. That's our breakdown. So overall, who are you taking?
Chiefs to win, Bucks to cover.
Chiefs to win, Bucks to cover. What's the line?
3.5.
It's at Tampa.
Doesn't count.
I think it matters in this game.
You got 22,000 fans in the stadium. 7,500 are first line workers. You don't have 20,000 Tampa Bay fans.
I know that you know. I didn't have to practice.
Like I said, it's set up for the Super Bowl. It's basically a neutral site. There's no firing of the cannons or any of that type of stuff.
Should be.
I don't think it plays that much of a role, to be honest.
Dan's plan.
Weather might be a factor.
Dan's plan.
All right, hold on. I'm rooting for the Bucks, but
Right. I'm the same way. I'm rooting for the Bucks because I want to see them win. I've now jumped on the Tom Brady bandwagon.
I'm going to pick the Bucks.
I like it.
What are you doing?
I'm going to say the defense overwhelms them.
What are you doing?
All right, well, let's get our special guest on because he's going to hang on me all day if we don't put him on, right?
Yeah, I heard you were going to turn into a snowman. You spent so much time outside, dude.
Yes. You can hear.
Ah,
You're gonna.
can you hear me, Troy?
Dan's.
I said I thought you were going to turn into a snowman. I thought you were going to turn into a snowman. You spent so much time in the snow.
Why is your glasses on?
He has glasses on. Yeah.
Why?
He wants to know why
I'm
you're
blind.
because he can't say otherwise.
Sorry. Oh, that's right. You've never seen me with my glasses. Sorry. I probably scared him. Sorry, buddy.
Fun glasses.
That's hilarious. All right, you ready? Troy's going to read Dan's plan.
Oh, boy.
All right, here we go.
Dan's plan.
All right, you're a little closer to the mic. Don't.
Dan's plan.
Okay.
Dan ran and ran.
Okay. Talk louder.
Dan was hot.
All right.
Dan got a cat.
Okay.
Dan was hot.
Good.
Dan had a plan.
Very good.
Not hot now, Dan. Dan.
Very good job, Troy. Excellent job.
Damn. Kid can read.
Perfect. You can read it after. Yeah, he can read.
That's big.
That's big. You get an A from the Dave Better Business Bureau.
Is he back in school yet, or are they still virtual?
He went back, and
Are you
now they're
in a
back
hotel?
virtual again for
Are you-
another.
Are you in a hotel?
Am I in a hotel? Yeah, I'm in a hotel.
Why?
He's in the hotel lobby.
Are you taking pictures?
Yeah, we're taking pictures.
He's in the hotel lobby getting crunk.
All right, so
We're both in agreement. We both want the Bucks, but ultimately think Kansas City's gonna.
I'm gonna say the Bucks are gonna win. What do I have?
I don't think there's gonna be as many points scored as people think.
It's
I think it's gonna be like a 36, 33, maybe even a 28, 24, 27, 24, something like that. I'm thinking ultimately maybe like 31. Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's gonna be close. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think the Bucks defense is going to make a big play at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored on defense maybe once or a special team.
right.
I did put money on the color of the Gatorade to be dumped on the coach. I went with lime. That was my choice.
Lime would be dumped on a coach. I think orange.
The number one, orange was number one. I think 2 was red. 3 was lime. 4 was blue. 5 was like just strictly water. The biggest line was the biggest gap was purple.
No
I
one's
think
picking.
those are so funny. Like
I've seen blue a few times.
yeah.
I don't know why anyone would have blue.
Here, I got some Super Bowl trivia for you.
Go ahead, let's do
That
it.
I heard. Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls?
Miami, Florida. Is that
Number
right?
2? Yes. Number 2?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Nope. Try again. When you say it, you'll be like, you're right.
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, no. Come on, buddy. You don't overthink it.
I'm overthinking it.
You are. Raging Cajuns.
Oh, really? The Superdome.
New Orleans, number 2.
I didn't realize that.
Miami has hosted, I think it was 11 or 12 times.
Okay.
New Orleans right behind that.
Has California ever hosted it?
Yeah, didn't the Rose Bowl used to host it?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
have to look it up. You know what I'm saying? I always just remember it being in Miami a ton of times.
Who's thrown for the who holds the rushing record for Super Bowl?
Rushing?
Who rushed for the most yards in the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Where give me a year. Like recent or
Oh, it's not recent, no. I just remember it clearly. I'm just checking right now to make sure I'm right. I'm just trying to see if I'm right here. Rushing. I'm looking for game in a game. I'm talking about in a game.
Wow, wait a minute, hang on. Oh, this is okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were right. Go ahead. In the Super Bowl game,
In the Super Bowl game,
the player who has rushed for the most yardage.
the most yard in a game. Yes, in a game. Yep, I'm right. Okay, good. Yep.
What year?
It was Super Bowl 22.
That doesn't help.
Must
me.
be 90s. I don't know. 90s.
Is it? I guess it would probably be to go with Emmitt Smith.
No, Timmy Smith.
Who?
The only reason I remember is because he's unheralded. He never had a great career. He was a sub, and somebody.
Hell is Timmy Smith.
He rushed for 204 yards. Timmy Smith.
What team?
The Washington Redskins.
Oh, you mean the Washington Football Club?
I'm sorry, Washington Football Club.
God, I hope they come out with the
Please come out with a name so I don't make the mistake over and over again.
Los Angeles is number 3 host city, buddy.
Now, obviously, Brady holds 1 million records. Who do you think owns the highest game passer rating? Single game.
I mean, everybody. You would have to put your money on. Is it Eli?
Phil Simms.
I was close.
Super Bowl 21.
I was close.
150.9. Who do you think has the most passes completed in a game?
Jim Kelly.
Tom Brady, 43.
I mean, listen, any of these quarterback stats, your bets are obviously go with Tom Brady because he's had the most opportunities.
Yeah, he also holds the most passing yards with 505.
How about we try for this one, okay? The Super Bowl, okay, is going to be in Vegas. Like, let's try for that.
Do what next year is it is?
Where is it? Do they say it? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be next year.
Jerry Rice had 3 touchdowns twice.
Damn.
No, he's not the greatest of all time. I remember when people were arguing with us on that one. No.
Right. See, so Miami's hosted 11 times. New Orleans has hosted 10 times and is scheduled to go back there in 2025. Next year, this is into next year. Next year's Super Bowl is in LA. LA has had it 7 times. San Diego has had it 3 times. What did you say, Phoenix?
Phoenix? Yeah.
That's only had it 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And they're having it again in 2023.
Well, they rotate those same kind of places. Have they ever had it in Atlanta?
Yes, twice or 3 times. 2019, 2000, and 94.
Most tackles in a game, Dan Morgan.
Oh, my God, with the Carolina Panthers.
18.
You know where he's from, brother? Tell everybody.
The U.
The U.
The U.
We got to get Coach Valdez on here. He'll be all over it.
Well, I see his videos all the time.
He loves his claim to fame. Coach, you may have only thrown 1 block in your career, dude, but hell, you got a lot of friends that are legit.
I love his videos. I watch his videos.
I just love it, man. I love the fact that he can pick up the phone and call Reggie Wayne, or pick up the fact and call Ezra and James, or any of these guys, and they support his program, like crazy. I think that's awesome. That brotherhood is phenomenal. I mean, you would hope that it's like that everywhere, but maybe they took a little more liking to a kid from North Jersey going down to Miami to play, coming from Hoboken High, man. Hoboken High School.
Hoboken High. Yeah. This is going to be a great Super Bowl. I really think that the Buccaneers' keys to win.
Who's going to score first?
Well, the keys to win is to play great day, number one.
Who scores first?
I think the Buccaneers score first.
Touchdown or field goal?
Field goal.
So 3-0 Bucks to start the game.
Yep.
Or 7-0 if Kansas City starts. If Kansas City has the ball to start the game, are they scoring first? I think they go 7. I think they go up 7-0. Does Gronk catch a touchdown?
Gronk catch a touchdown. Well, I think they're going to win, so somebody's got to catch touchdowns. I think Fournette scores. I think what's his face scores.
Evans.
I
think Goodwin scores. I don't think Evans scores this game.
I think Evans scores, and I think somebody else is going to have to score, and it's going to have to be Gronk. But they got to be, he'll be able to go all out for this game. So,
who scores a rushing touchdown? Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
Definitely Tom Brady on a sneak.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
That would be a big money bet.
Is it a big money bet?
For him to score at any time? Yep.
Well, how many touchdowns has he scored in the Super Bowl? I think he has.
How many has he scored over a 1 yard?
Well, all of it's at 1 yard, but let me see here. Career rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Why is this so? What site is Pro Football Reference? I don't think they have it in order.
Why is it so difficult to pull up stats?
It's not. It's all on one page at one screen, but I don't know how they did it. So, game rushing 3, career rushing 5. Okay, there it is. All right, so Emmitt Smith has 5. Let's see who 2 through 7. Has Brady ever scored in the Super Bowl? Brady has never scored.
What?
Oh wait, no, he must. They stop it at 2. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe Brady scored, but it's only once. So that's a tough. Yeah, I'm saying he sneaks one in there.
That would be big.
And then I had on here some 2022-2023 recruits. I wanted to talk about some guys to look out for.
Up and coming? That have already verbaled or not?
I don't know if there's definitely guys that are verbal.
Because like we've talked about, it's a weird year, dude.
So let's see. Let's go into the player search and find 20twin. And if you guys want to see what I talked signing day, I did a national signing day show yesterday. Almost 2 hours long, all by myself.
You'd have been on by yourself with that anyway, man. I mean, you do this. You look at that stuff. I'm not on your level anyway when it comes to that stuff by any facet. You know what I mean? And just diving into the whole that thing. I mean, that's man, that's your world, dude.
Okay, so we'll talk about a couple of guys. The best quarterback, and I've watched this film, and I agree with it. Is from South Lake Carroll, Quinn Ewers.
Where's he going?
He's right now committed to Ohio State.
Oh, are we talking? What are we talking? Younger guys?
2022. The next class.
Okay, I got you. All right, my bad. I thought we were talking guys that signed yesterday. So Ohio State, once again, I saw that reels in the number 1 quarterback in the country.
Yes, right now.
What'd you say, South Lake Carroll?
South Lake Carroll. What's interesting is USC had the top recruit overall in 2021, a defensive lineman.
Didn't happen.
What's that?
And what, didn't happen?
No, they got the number 1 player class of 2021.
Gotcha.
They also have right now the commitment from the number 3 player in the country, Damani Jackson, who I also.
And that's USC, you said?
Yeah, USC.
So what is this? All of a sudden USC making a resurgence West Coast?
I think they are. So just judging, I think they ended top 10 in the recruiting wars, quote unquote. So yeah, I think they have a chance at a resurgence, which is interesting.
Very.
And then
what does that do for your boy Chip Kelly?
It's got to be tough. USC has 3 commits in the top 25 already for 2022. Then there were 2 guys that I really, really, really like. One is a defensive end, Shamar Stewart from Monsignor Pace, Florida. And everyone seems to think he's going to go to LSU. It's 6'5", 236. Unbelievable player. The guy who I said was the best athlete, where is he? Trey Hunter, I think it is. What happened to my filters here? Where is he? Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Who's an unbelievable athlete, corners going to Florida State.
Where's he from?
From Georgia, Collins Hill, Georgia. You gotta watch this.
He's leaving the state.
He's leaving the state. Right now, going to Florida. It's a huge commitment for Florida State.
That's huge. Why would you go there? And especially if you're going to go to Florida, why are you going to Florida State?
That's a huge move. So, and then
that's a bold move.
And then the tackle.
That's a duffel bag.
Where's the tackle that I told you about that I really liked? Where is he? He was his film was unbelievable. He went to a school that had like a kind of a strange name. Where is it? Tackle. Well, they have. Well, their rankings are very different than the other ones. But where is he? I don't see him. He's from Texas. It's interesting how they do what one service has versus the other as far as rankings go. Let me see. Let me pull up tackles. I'll pull this up real quick. Let's do it by position. Position. Tackle. There we go. All right. Let's see if this is apply to filters. Where is my guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, well, that's interesting. They don't have him as high rated. Cam Dewberry from
what a great name.
Atacosita, Humboldt, Texas. Probably more of a name. He's a tackle.
Who is New Jersey's 2022 guy?
Well, the top 2022 guy is now at IMG.
Oh, see you later.
So
where did he leave? Let's put it that way.
He was a Williamstown kid.
Good job, Coach Acosta.
Keon, I just remember the name. I'm trying to pull it up, but Keon Bob.
Coach Acosta.
Coach Acosta. Oh, yeah. So he, I don't know how they got him over there, but yeah, he's committed to. He just picked up an offer from Alabama, and
not bad.
He was the top player in New Jersey, but now I guess he's at IMG. I don't know when that happened exactly.
That doesn't count. So
that doesn't count, right?
No, that doesn't. He's not a Jersey kid anymore. He
must have just went there.
Transferred
mid. Maybe he went there for the football season. I don't know, but I know he was a Williamstown guy.
That's very interesting, buddy.
His film's great. He's from Glassboro.
So he's almost more of a Philly kid, to be honest.
So he definitely played this year for Williamston. So he played his freshman. How about this? He played his freshman, sophomore year at Glassboro High. Okay, small school. Where the same school that who's the running back from the Wisconsin? He went there.
Taylor.
So
then he goes 1 year to this school.
To 1 year to Williamstown.
And now he's off to IFJ.
That's weird. That's interesting.
But the second he got to IMG, he got.
Well, no. Well, I don't know where.
Do you have a Bama offer going there, or
he just got a Bama offer a few days ago.
So you're thinking. My thought is, does he get that Bama offer if he's
Bama does recruit Jersey?
Oh, Bama recruits Jersey. Damn, yeah, Minka.
Right. So
look, when I was at Bosco, Nick Saban walked in that door. Urban Meyer walked in that door.
You talked to him?
Hell no, I was scared as hell sitting in the corner.
Yeah. So I guess who's the number one player in New Jersey? It's a great question. That's your question. Let's find this out because I don't know.
Which is something we need to know. Not need to know, but should know.
Let's see what they say here. No. Okay. New Jersey.
I'm thinking there's going to be an offensive lineman on there from Bosco in the top 10. Probably 5. He just picked up another Notre Dame offer today.
I don't know why.
But I don't know if he's a 22. He might be a 2023, to be honest.
All right, here we go. Let me just click on Jersey.
And our boy Robbins, West Virginia, he signed yesterday.
Was that an offer or
no? PWO. See, that's what a lot of these people don't understand, man. Like, I could get on a whole tangent about it, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Hey, you committed, God, that's great, but when you have a ceremony saying you committed somewhere for a PWO, a preferred walk-on spot, what you're basically signing is a check that you're writing them for your tuition.
Valid point. I understand why they want to do it, but
I do too. And I was one of those guys that probably would have done it and wanted to do it. But I'm just the whole hoopla for this and that. Or
it didn't exist when I was definitely didn't exist.
I didn't have a signing day.
I did. I mean, I had a signing day, but it definitely didn't exist.
Miller didn't do that shit. It was like, yep, Derek's going to play at Sacred Heart. Good for you. And that was a big school for that, for Butler. You know what I mean? Me and my buddy went. So they got two of us going there. 2 of us going there. Another one of our kids went to Grove City. Who else? Another kid played at FD. Another guy went to FDU. You know what I'm saying? There was, 4. There was 4 of us from a class of 7 seniors that played college football.
The number one player in New Jersey
for 2022.
Right now, I'm just going off of what they have rated right now, is tackle from the Hun School, Jacob Allen. This is 24/7 Sports. Rivals probably has it slightly different. So
as long as you get a top 5.
Jaden Gould is number 2 from Bergen Catholic. Number 3 is
lineman.
He's a cornerback. Number 3 is KJ Miles from St. Peter's Prep, a D tackle. Number 4 is Amari Clark from Woodrow Wilson, wide receiver, committed to Maryland. Number 5 is Peter Delaportis from Pope John.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Is that him?
Well, so whoever gets Pope John's got a good quarterback.
I hear the kid's been on his ass for the last 3 years.
He must be good.
He's nasty, but he has no O-line. What is it? He's going to Boston College, correct?
Yeah. And then the 6th rated player is Steve Angeli, the quarterback from Bergen Catholic.
Right, I know. He's those 2 guys, I believe, are Elite 11 guys.
And then a kid from Delran is 7. Cargman from Woodrow Wilson is 8.
So Woodrow Wilson has 2 top 10 players in the state.
Yep.
Where's all these short conference guys?
Wait, they struggle. They struggled this year, though. That's
Yeah, they were
interesting.
bad.
How is that possible?
Because think about it, the dynamics of, everything going on with the pandemic. Camden itself was a mess.
Yeah, okay. Jaden Bellamy is 9 for Bergen Catholic, who was originally at, I think, BNE. Sam Martin Jr. from Paramus Catholic. I didn't even know they had a player.
I was going to say, how did they keep him?
Who knows? Who knows if they will?
No short conference.
Who
top 10? Oh, my God.
Then 10 is a kid from Union. Very good player. I know he is. Cornerback. He's gigantic. He's 6'3", 185. Real good player.
Big DB. They always have a big DB.
Then another player from Camden, I guess Camden High, who's committed to Maryland. Maryland's doing a great job recruiting. They were like top 20. They were top 20.
Well, we said he can do that. Like, that's his strength. What is it? Loxley? Any short guys anywhere to be found?
You want to know what short conference guys?
I'm saying, how come there's no short conference guys in the top 10?
They're not in the top. There's no. Alex Bauman from Red Bank Catholics in the top 20.
But is he living off his brother? We watched him play I watched him play against Donovan. I didn't see anything.
Vince is in the top 30.
What number is he?
I don't know. I'm not counting it, but I'm just.
I thought there was numbers next to them.
No, there's no number next to him yet. They're not officially. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's it. Short conference. That's it. As soon as Keen Carrillo picks up his offers, he'll be in there. And then we would have had we would have had the Jalen Butler. He doesn't have any offers. I don't know why he's got a profile. These people have profiles. There's a lot of people that have profiles in here. I don't know what that even means. Do you know what that even means when they have profiles?
No. And what is that kid going to get recruited as? A quarterback or as a safety? Because he played the entire year this year as a safety.
Who's that?
Butler.
He didn't play quarterback this year.
That's what I'm saying. Does he get recruited as a quarterback next year, or like what?
They still have him listed as playing for Neptune.
Yeah. See, this is. So
I don't even know if that's been updated. They don't have that many in the 2022 for New Jersey in here, which is kind of interesting. As I'm going through it, really, they have the bigger school kids that kind of already known about. So I think that's going to kind of shift.
No St. Joe's kids.
Let me see. I'm going through it. 1, 2, 3. No St. Joe's kids.
No Bosco kids.
I didn't see any St. Joe's. No. And I didn't see any Bosco.
I know Bosco has a couple O linemen that are big time, but they're young.
But a lot of it. Yeah, but a lot of that stuff hasn't shaken out yet. So
no, I mean once we get through this springtime, I mean think about it. Like signing day was yesterday, so now everything will start to settle. Everybody will get going from there, and then move forward. I mean, apparently we played against a Division I. Big 12 offensive lineman.
Who's that?
Mancino from Homedale, going to Nebraska.
Oh. Don't know much about that.
PWO.
Okay.
Borriello, Wake Forest, PWO. To play safety.
Yeah, we should do a show about talking about that stuff, but
I agree.
That's pretty much all I have. Any betting line things that are interesting that for this Super Bowl?
I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. You know, like I said, I just think it's the prop bets and stuff like this are pretty funny. You know what I mean? Heads or tails, you know, as far as that, you know, the colored Gatorade and stuff like that. The big one that it looks like a lot of people are throwing down is on Mahomes over under 3 touchdown passes in the game.
Mahomes over under 3 touchdown passes.
So like you got here.
I say it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be 3. So what if it's 3? You push.
So TD passes. Mahomes over 3.5. If it's 3, you'd lose.
Over 3, you'd lose.
So he's got to throw 4. Like Tom Brady over 3.5. That's a big one. Like the big line is, you know, Mahomes not to throw a touchdown pass.
Well, he's definitely throwing a touchdown pass.
Right. 13-1 odds.
That he doesn't?
That he doesn't.
He's definitely throwing a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you could say that he wouldn't. What is it? Interceptions.
Interceptions.
Like Brady, over or under 1.
What's over 1?
Well, I'm saying like, oh, it's half. It's a half. So over, like it would say, he would say, is Brady gonna throw an interception?
I say yes.
What it is.
I say yes.
Well, Mahomes, I think he is, and I think Mahomes is gonna throw one. So I'm definitely putting money on Mahomes throwing one. There's no doubt about that.
Interesting. What about is there any
how about passing attempts?
Passing attempts?
Mahomes 40.5
is over under.
Over under.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win. If they're gonna win, they're gonna have to go under.
Completions.
Is there a completion percentage?
That might be one of, let's see. How about longest? Yes, there is completion percentage. Here it is right here. Completion percentage for Tom Brady, over 62.5.
Over 62.5.
Mahomes is over 70.5. And they don't think that's going to happen. That's a plus 118 bet. Yeah. Passer rating.
Passer rating.
Mahomes over 105.5. Or Brady over 97.5. Longest completion for Tom Brady. Will it be over 39.5 yards? First completion. Will it be over 8.5 yards for Brady? What else we got? Let's see. Rushing yards. Hilaire over 30.5.
Hilaire over 30.5.
Yeah, I think that's a definite.
Last game he didn't.
Ronald Jones 37.5. Tom Brady over 0.5 yard. And they're saying it's not going to happen.
The sacks count?
No.
Yes.
Sacks don't count as negative rushing yards.
You sure?
I'm almost positive.
You might have to check on that one.
Leonard Fournette over 48.5 yards.
Leonard Fournette over 48.5 yards. It's going to have to be an over if they're going to win.
Now, receiving yards. What do you think Tyreek Hill's at?
Tyreek Hill.
Over 92.5.
If they're going to win, he's going to have to be over that too.
But you can't, like you're saying, like you can't, do you think it's going to happen? Yes or no?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like
100%.
Travis Kelce over 94.5.
I think, yeah.
You think he has over 94 catches, 94 yards receiving? I don't. Not after last week. No way.
You think you're going to try and lock him down?
Yes, 100%. Gronkowski, over 29.5 yards.
Ooh, I take the over on that one.
On Gronk?
Although he could have 2 catches for 2 touchdowns and not be
And have like 2 yards. Goodwin, over 77.5. Evans, 63.5. What's the actual over-under for the game? Over-under for the game is 56. What do you think about that one?
It's like a 35. That's a perfect number.
What's that, like 27, 24?
They've chose a perfect number there. I'm going to say over. I'm going to
Yeah,
say
because
over.
that would be like what? Like 31, 20. Yeah, that'd be like 31, 28. I think it's going to be over that. 31, 28, something like that.
Yeah.
Why does that sound so wrong?
Why does it sound wrong?
It just sounds like I think it should be. I think it should be more.
Maybe I don't know.
Right now, the spread is plus 3.5. Bucks are supposed to lose by 3.5 points. Super Bowl MVP. There's some good odds here.
Okay. Give me those.
Most likely.
Super Bowl MVP, Mahomes.
Number 2.
Brady.
Yep. 3.
Number 3,
No.
Hill.
Yep. 4.
Kelsey.
Yep. Keep going. You're on fire.
Yeah. 5.
5.
5.
Remember, you went. It was a Kansas City guy.
Yeah, so it's
A
going to have to be
guy,
Mike
Kansas
Evans.
City, Kansas City.
Devin White.
Nope.
Mike Evans.
You're overthinking it again. Who would have the most opportunities?
Fournette.
Fournette's number 5. And then who would have the next most opportunities to be an MVP?
Evans? They don't think
Evans is 7. Hilaire is 6.
Hilaire, but yeah, Hilaire doesn't touch the ball.
So you think about it, you're going QB,
Yeah.
receiver, tight end, running back, receiver.
What's the top defensive player?
Oh, guess.
Devin White.
Yep. And then who? Who stands out the most?
The defensive end from the Bucks.
The most just.
Oh, Matthew.
Yeah.
Tyrann Matthew.
Yeah. So those 2. Then Darrell Williams and then Barrett.
And the person that they have as the favorite to score the first touchdown is what? Travis Kelce?
Let's see.
Chiefs?
Let's see. What did we say? Players, props, TDs. Who's going to score? Yes, Travis Kelce. Kelce, Hill, Evan, Fournette. To score the first touchdown.
What's the over-under on receptions for Travis Kelce? 7.5?
Let me see. That's a good one. I like that one. I always like that. I like receptions.
7.5?
It's a good. For who?
For Travis Kelce, 7.5?
8.5.
8.5. You got to take the under on that. Got to.
Yep.
If he could replicate that, God bless him.
And if he does, then fire Bulls.
That's right.
How about Tyreek Hill?
What's the? I was looking here. That has the best the best parlays.
So that's when you take 2 bets and put them together.
So like this guy said, 10 plus points scored in each quarter.
You see, some people do that. Like you can sit there and say, all right, like here, I can do that. Like if I look at it and I say, okay, quarters, right? So who's going to be winning after the first quarter? Total points over under 10.5 first quarter for both teams. I think it's going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Spread
second quarter is where people score a ton of points.
Correct.
So that quarter definitely would take over. Is that 10 for second quarter too?
First quarter spread 1.5. Highest score, which will be the highest scoring quarter?
Oh, it's either going to be second or third quarter.
Correct. What do you think? I'm thinking I kind of think the third.
If it's a close game, I would say the third. If it's a
right,
if it's a blowout, it'll be the second.
Some of these you can make you can basically re-up your bets at halftime and go for however you're feeling out the game,
I saw this guy put Patrick Mahomes for 300 parlays. So what do you win? Triple your money on a parlay, or what is that?
Yeah, it depends on what the odds are. So like and then when you just put it all together, what comes out of it? You know what I mean?
So Patrick Mahomes for 300 yards, Leonard Fournette for 50 plus, and Chris Godwin for 80 plus.
So he did. Okay, go again. It was what? Patrick Mahomes for
300 plus.
All right. So he said, all right. So I'll do it on here so I can see what the winning would be. So Patrick Mahomes for what did he say? 300?
Yeah, for 300.
Right, so this has it on here for over 325.5. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say I'll go with that 325 plus what was the other one?
Leonard Fournette for 50, but it's probably more than that now.
So rushing yards for Fournette over 48.
Okay.
And a half. I'll take. Okay, I put that on there. And then the other one?
Godwin for 80 plus receiving yards.
Yeah, I think that might happen.
And then there was another
well,
one.
You can also do like rushing and receiving together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There was another one that had Travis Kelce.
So you said Godwin. This is over 77.5. Let's see if I can parlay them. See, they won't let you parlay that stuff together. This site. That's just how this site is. Other ones will let you do it. What was the other one?
Big Pete's in the house.
What was the other one you were saying?
I said 10 plus points scored in each quarter.
Yeah. No, I don't know. That's pretty bold.
Yeah, it's pretty bold. How about this one? Kelce, Hill, and Godwin all over 100 yards.
I'd rather do Kelce. What was it? Kelce, Hill, and Godwin all to score a touchdown.
Godwin doesn't score a ton of touchdowns, right?
That's why I think he will this game. They're going to forget about him. Who's definitely going to score is the other tight end.
Cameron Bratt?
Yeah. Coin toss outcome, coin toss.
Just buy a box, Pete says. What, pick a number?
Just buy a box. Yeah, I did that too. To win the coin toss, like who's going to...
We're having dinner?
Who's going to win the coin toss in the game?
What? Say it again quickly. Don't turn. Oh wow! We used the air fryer.
Guess what? I'm having chicken.
How's the air fryer chicken?
I'm having chicken, and I'm also having mashed potato fries.
Oh, cool! You got to get yourself one of these.
Air fryer is the best, dude.
No, I mean kids.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun.
How about this? Trick play specials.
So much fun.
Will a team throw a flea flicker?
What? That's that's a bet.
Total players to attempt a pass over 2.5.
Total players to attempt to pass besides.
No, just 2.5. So like Brady would be one. Mahomes
definitely an over. Somebody's throwing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
how much? What's the odds on that one?
So it's +1.
I'm gonna write that one down. That's
165. So let's say if I put $20 on that, you win 53.
Yeah, that's a good one. 2+ throwing. That's a good. How about what's the who's singing the national? Oh, are they do? All right.
The over-under with that. Here's another one. Players to complete a pass. Total players to complete a pass over 2.5. The other one was just an attempt. So if they actually complete the trick play, you make even more.
What is that?
That's +215.
Is there a parlay on that?
I don't know. I don't think you can parlay bets on, or like you can't. I mean, you can. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can
And what about the All or Nothing and the parlay? That's what I remember from.
No, I get it, because when you parlay something, you can take like $5 and turn it into 1,000 if you were, if the thing is.
Well, if it's high enough parlay. Well, just like the movie. What was the movie where the parlay was the big thing? Silver Lining Playbook. Do you see that movie?
Yeah,
love that movie.
Here's the national anthem.
It made me even partially like Philly.
This is funny. Any scoring drive to take less time than the singing of the national anthem.
Ooh, I think that's possible. But what is the over under on this? And it's like 2 minutes, isn't it?
It doesn't say on here, but it just says whatever that is. And
I think it's like 2 minutes usually.
Any scoring drive take less time than that.
I think it's like 2 minutes.
That's funny. Score on specials.
Ooh.
A lead change to occur in the first quarter.
Okay. What's that?
I guess if it's,
No, I mean, what's the bet on it?
Plus 265. These
Plus
are lead changes. Largest lead of the game will be over 14.5. I don't get to that point at any point.
All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up because I smell food.
Go get them, buddy.
And
last one to leave you with.
Give it to me.
Fat man TD.
Fat? I mean, like a lot.
Any offensive lineman to score a touchdown. Ooh, that's a big one. That's plus 2,000.
But who has a lineman that's...
That means, listen, that means if you bet $5 on that, you win 105.
Who's
I don't know. It just says any offensive lineman to score a touchdown. The other one is any offensive or defensive lineman to score a touchdown. That still would win you, a couple bucks. Those are fun ones. Those are funny. Fat man touchdown, baby.
That's a good one. I actually have to think about that one.
Any field goal or extra point attempt to hit the uprights or crossbar.
Ooh, what's that?
It's plus 375.
Ooh, I like that one. That's gonna happen at some point.
They call it the
doink.
The doink special.
The doink special.
Any kickoff or touchdown, any kickoff or punt to be returned for a touchdown. Either team, that's a big one. Either team to successfully recover an onside kick. Opening kickoff to be returned for a touchdown. Man, imagine if you hit on that thing. Oh my God. Opening kickoff return for a touchdown. If you put $20 on that thing, you win $1,000.
That's great.
Never happened. This ain't Devin Hester. But, all right, go eat.
All right. Talk to you later, brother. Great day.
All right, boys. Enjoy.
Great job.
Be good.
Great job. Have a great day.
You got it.
Let me get up here. Oh, hold on. We got to get the outro, man.
I'm waiting.
The outro, man.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Football and the Kitchen Sink with Coach Schuman and Coach Depascale. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. If you like what you heard, leave us a review and be sure to tell a friend. We will meet you back here next time on Football and the Kitchen Sink.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Great show.
Be
Very
good.
fun. That was a lot of fun.